Sponsored by AC Designs.
Another fairly soggy and rainy and stormy even afternoon and evening across the first coast. The airport specifically picking up over 1.5 inches of rain from some of those thunderstorms earlier today, but quiet, drier skies out there now, especially over at the bank. And a lot of fans likely going to be headed over there tomorrow morning. Day 4 of Jaguars training camp is going to be underway at 8:45 bright and early tomorrow morning. Temperature-wise, upper 70s. We're likely still going to have some clouds still lingering around, at least for the first couple of hours after sunrise tomorrow. But after that, then, temperatures start to warm up. You see a little bit more sunshine, mid-80s just before lunchtime. Highs tomorrow afternoon, then, expected to warm into the low 90s. But we will, unfortunately, see yet another chance, or round even, of some scattered to even widespread thunderstorms. About 60% coverage with those heaviest storms occurring between about 2 and 6 p.m. tomorrow afternoon and evening. So we're really going to be watching about 2 separate boundaries here. The first of which is going to be a very weak cold front dropping down out of central Georgia. So southeast Georgia, you'll see some thunderstorms firing off along that very weak frontal boundary. And then, of course, we have our east coast sea breeze that we have watched the thunderstorms develop along all week long. That's going to slide on in again right around about 2 o'clock, and you will continue to see storms fire up along those sea breeze collisions from 2 to 3 to 4, even up to 5 to 6 p.m. tomorrow evening. Now, after that, the heaviest storms will start to move a little bit further inland. Most of these storms will trek towards the southwest, so down towards Columbia and Lake City areas, the I-75 corridor, and then eventually down towards the Gulf Coast throughout the remainder of the evening. That's at least the heaviest storms. Now, we'll still see a few lingering showers, even some light drizzle hanging out around not only the coastal areas, but specifically downtown Jacksonville up until 8, 9 p.m. So around sunset, we still could see some of that lingering. So if you're heading over to the stateside cup tomorrow evening between the Wolves and West Ham United, there still could be at least a little bit of some rain out there. So you might want to pack the rain poncho if you're going to be out there in the stands. But I do think by especially 9 to 10, almost all the rain should be gone at that point. So might be a little bit of a wet evening in the stadium, but overall not too bad. Now, for the end of the weekend, your Sunday, still looking pretty rainy and showery. Most of it between about 8 and 4 p.m. Temperature is going to be a little bit cooler in the upper 80s for your Sunday. And then we are going to be watching for some of this drier air to hopefully sneak into Jacksonville by early next week. So that means Monday we'll likely have our lowest chance for rain and thunderstorms. So Monday's the best day on the 7-day forecast. One last thing here for you. We are watching a very weak tropical wave, only about a 20% chance of development here over the next 7 days. So we'll continue to watch that very closely. But keys here, rainy weekend, drier weather then by early next week.